Hello, everybody. I am yet again Price McKinney, simply put. And as always, I want to thank you for tuning in and listening. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your encouragement. Some of you have asked, hey, when are you doing your next video? That I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. I've not gone anywhere. I've not went AWOL. I just had some things going on. Good stuff. Don't get it twisted. Good stuff. I had to make some decisions and, make an adjustment, make some changes. And so now here I am. So again, thank you. Thank all of you. Thank you sincerely. So having said that, I'm going to dive right into this. And that's this whole notion of the independent woman. Now, let me say from the onset, I'm not against women at all. I am a man. I have a desire to be with one. I'm not in a hurry. Do I want to get married again at some point? Absolutely. But I've got to get me together, and I've got to work through some stuff within myself, in order to get to that point. So I'm not, hitting the gas, just because I have that desire. I'm not rushing anything, and I don't want just a woman. I want, the woman that's for me. So having said that, this is not coming from a place of, previous hurt in relationships or anything like that. This is just something I've heard it recently, time and time again. I've heard it over the past few years, and that is the independent woman. So let me start with this. I understand completely. When a woman says, I am independent. That simply means, and some women just flat out said, I don't need a man. So what does that mean? What does it mean you don't need a man? Because if you're female, which you are, and you have, unless you are a nun, you have a desire to be with a man. Now, that does not mean that you have to have one. When you say that I'm an independent woman, that means he doesn't have to pay your bills. He doesn't have to do A, B, C, and D. He doesn't have to do this. He doesn't have to do that. I get it. Let me flip the script. We as men, we don't need you. For a man, not just a male, but for a man, I don't have to have you to take care of me. I don't have to have you to iron my clothes. I don't have to have you to cook. I don't have to have you to make up my bed. I don't have to have you to pay my bills. I don't have to have you to put gas in my car. I don't have to have you to do any of the basic necessities of life. None of the simple stuff. I don't have to have you for that. Just like you don't have to have me, or you don't have to have a man. But the thing is this: when as a man, when I hear a woman say, I'm an independent woman, that translates to me, you don't need me. I have absolutely zero to offer you. You've not even heard what I've said or heard what he said. You're not giving him a chance. You just automatically shut the shop down. Now, what I'm not saying, this is what I'm not saying. I'm not discrediting or discounting anything that you've been through. I've heard some absolutely horrific stories that have ripped me to shreds, some of the stuff that women have been through. So I'm not saying it from that angle. So do not get it twisted. I'm not saying it from that angle. I'm not saying that, you shouldn't feel some of what you feel or whatever. I'm not, because of what you've been, I'm not saying that at all. But this is what I am saying. If you're in a place where you're good, we'll just use that term, and you're able to get into a relationship and he's looking for you and he is a good man, do not push him away just because of your independence. Because your independence is saying this: I don't have to rely on you for anything. I don't need you to do this. And I get it. But we are made to be with the other party, the other sex, if you will. Males are made to be with females. Females are made to be with, it just is what it is. So when I hear a woman say that I'm independent, I'm an independent woman, I automatically, okay, well, you don't need anything from me. You don't need any of what I have to offer. And this is what I'll say to this, and I've shared this story before. When I was out with COVID, I didn't have a woman, but this is what I did miss. I missed the nurture. I can't get that from anybody else. I missed the compassion. I missed the concern. I missed the baby, what do you need? I missed I got your back. I am here for you. I did not have that. And there was a large part of me when the chips were down, so to speak, because going through COVID, that was a lot. I am grateful to God that I'm even here. But I didn't have any of that from a woman, or for lack of a better, from my woman, because I didn't have a my woman. And I missed it, just being honest. Now, did that mean that when I, got back on my feet, when I got good, that I just took off and ran? No, absolutely not. Because now I've got to rebuild myself. I've had to rebuild and restructure my entire life as a result of that. So I'm not in a position. I am not in a position to be in a relationship. Now, at the point that I am, then I'll start making some moves. I'll do that. But that's not who I am. So I said all of that to say, I get the whole independence piece. I get it. I totally get it. But there are a lot of women that are missing out on phenomenal opportunities with a great guy, because all of us are not dogs. Just like all women are not cats. You follow me? We've got to stop doing that. And I understand, again, I'm not discrediting anything that anybody has been through. Trust me, I have my own stories with women, but I'm not putting all of them in the same category. I can't do that, because then I might miss out on somebody good. So all of us are not dogs, just like all of you are not cats. That's not what this is. So if you have a desire to be with a man, I'm not saying let your guard down. I'm not just saying just drop everything and let just any man in. No, it's not what I'm saying at all. But what I am saying, consider yourself, consider him. Just think about it. You don't have to, make a final decision, as soon as he says, hello, my name is Price. You don't have to do that. But give it time. Give you time and give him some time. Don't just shut him down just because, well, I don't need a man. And here's the other thing, and because what's happening, and I don't really want to say this, but I've got to. I've got to. We live in a time now where there's a culture that's being created where everything is anti-man. And I say that from this standpoint. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. Women are being more educated. The number of men ratio of woman to man, you all far outnumber us. So you're getting, because of the education piece, and I'm all for it. You're getting better positions, better jobs. And so what's happening as a result of that, me and one of my buddies was talking about this Saturday. What's happening as a result of that, it's becoming push and suppress the man because he's not on my level. He's not a high level man, so he's not on my level. How about let's start with the fact that he is a man. If he's handling responsibility, if he's doing the things he's supposed to do, if he's taking care of responsibility, if he's not out, running the streets and wilding out and acting crazy and retarded, and he's going to work every day, he's grinding, he's handling his business, he's progressing, he's moving forward Even if he hits it hits a pothole in life, he doesn't get stuck. He doesn't stay there. He climbs his way back out and hits it again. If he's doing that, that's a great start. Because at the end of the day, regardless to the income, regardless to the status, you're still a woman. You have needs, you have desires. He's still a man. He has needs and he has desires. And the key to understanding that piece of it is communicate. It's communicate. Now, I'm not saying, if you're making $700,000 a year and he's at home, not even looking for a job, playing the PlayStation, absolutely not. That is no. If he's job to job, just can't keep a job, if he has kids and he's not taking, absolutely not. So I get it from that standpoint. But if you're just pushing him off just because of your independence and because, well, I've been single so long, I don't need one, check it. Because I can assure you, at some point, it may not be today, it may not have been yesterday, but at some point you said to yourself or thought to yourself, I wish I had somebody here to do A, B, C, or D. When you go through a crisis and have to do that alone, or you're having to shed tears and you don't have a chest, to cry on, that makes a difference. Now, I'm not saying, if he's just, he's after one thing and one thing alone, no, it's time out for that. But if he's there and he's got his heart open to you and he's reaching out to you without you having to reach back, you got to consider that. Again, don't be in a rush. Don't be in a hurry. But this whole notion of the independent woman, because it's not confined to a race. It's women, period. It's not confined to a race. Think about it. Just think about it. Because just as much as women are independent, there are a lot of men that are the same way. But I'm speaking for the man that is a man. Even with my independence, trust me, I don't want to be this forever. I don't want to be single without a mate forever. I don't. So unless you're a nun or unless you're made, and you're called, to a life of singleness and celibacy or whatever, then this message is not for you. This video is not for you at all. But if that's not you, just listen to it. Just listen to it. Don't chop my head off. Just listen to it. So again, I'm Price McKinney. Simply put, follow me on Instagram, Simply Put PM. I'm on Facebook, the same. YouTube. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, it's Price McKinney, Simply Put. Please go there and do that. I just hit 100 and I'm so grateful and thankful for that. I remember when I'd had 0. So I've come a long way, got a long way to go. So again, great things are still coming. I've got a lot of irons in the fire all at the same time. So again, I've got email also, Simply Put PM. If you want to shoot me an email with your questions, comments, suggestions, recommendations, whatever, feel free to do so. And I'll see you soon.